What up, squad? It is December 20th, 2024, and why am I sitting here surrounded by all of these books? What you may not know is I'm an avid reader. I've been reading since I've been a little kid. I've always loved to read because reading is fundamental. And I have just completed my debut novel. My debut novel is entitled Ace and Mika. That is why we are sitting here today, because it is available on Amazon. But I just can't tell you that part of the story. I got to walk you back and tell you how we got here. So this is how I was able to get to this point in my life, because I basically been writing a story for all my life. But it took the pandemic to slow my life down enough that I could kick back and focus. So that brings us back to March of 2020. I was in Orlando, Florida. I had just got home midweek, and on Monday, former President Trump shut the country down. And the world as we know changed literally overnight, and it ain't been the same since. I was an essential service utility worker, so I was always required to physically be at the job. And for the first time in my career, at that point I was around the 39-year mark, I was sent home. Never before had I ever worked at home. Oh, I can't tell you what a blessing it was, because my life had finally slowed down enough that I could disconnect from the treadmill of life and truly refocus all my energy into reconnecting with all of those things that made me come alive. First up was I wanted to complete my bachelor's degree. I've been working on that thing forever, and I finally got the wheels in motion where I attended Excelsior University so I could work on getting my bachelor's degree. The second thing had me digging deep within myself so that I could release my own original music. You know, I've always been a musician. I've been playing drums in bands, been recording my own stuff here, but I never released it out into the universe. And the pandemic was that thing that allowed me to really slow down, do the research, and figure out. And I was able to release my first solo album. And oh, that was one of the great things that happened to me. And subsequently, in 2020, I dropped the first one. All that I needed was your warm yellow touch. All that I needed was your perfume touch. All that I wanted was your sweet, sweet kiss. All that I wanted was your love that I miss. 2021, I dropped the second album. Never in my life have I felt this way. Never in my life. So baby, won't you stay? Never in my life have I gone this far. I need you in my life, 'cause you're worth waiting for. 2022, I dropped my third album. Sometimes when I look at you, what think I am a fool? What makes me think I can step in and be the man? What think I am the one who's gonna make it come? We make love so slow, you've got to let it flow. In 2023, I dropped my fourth album. The Mika keeps calling me to come back home. Can you feel it? Can you feel that glow? I know you feel it deep down inside your soul. It feels so good, make you lose control. You feel that reggae love. You feel that reggae love. And I usually tend to do those around my birthday, so that was always exciting for me. And then came 2023. That was a big year in my life, because on July 7th, 2023, after 42 years of service, I retired from the state of New Jersey's largest and quite frankly best utility, public service electric and gas, after 42 years on the grind. It was a monumental day because now what that really did is, if I thought I had freedom from the pandemic, being able to work from home, only going in 1 day a week, this gave me total freedom, as I no longer was required to punch a clock, no longer on that 9 to 5 grind. And that was truly the biggest liberation in my life. So that was July 7th. The following week, on July 14th, I went up to Albany, New York, and I had the pleasure of walking across the stage at the MVP Arena, and I finally did get that degree. I got a Bachelor of Science in Liberal Arts. It took me 23 years to get that degree, and I have to tell you, if I was super proud of retiring, this was the next thing, because this was a bucket list item. This wasn't something that I required in my life to make my life better or change my life. This was something that I just knew I wanted to grind through and just close the loop on that and see if I could pull that out. So that was amazing. And now we rolled into 2024. So now I'm retired. I've graduated. I've released music. What's left? I need to grind and get that book together. So I kept tinkering around with it. I was writing it, rewriting it. I just couldn't come up with what I thought was a cohesive ending to close it out. But somewhere around late summer, this thing hit me like a lightning bolt. All of a sudden, everything came together, and kaboom, I had my ending. I was like, wow, this is what I've been waiting for. So I couldn't believe how seamless it came together. I sat there, reread it. I was like, yo, this is it. I don't need to do no more. But now I had to figure out the journey of what it took to self-publish a book. So I had some resources I could tap into, Dr. KBJ, and doing a lot of research. I was a Google, I was a YouTube fanatic, and once I got that all together, I was all set to release my book. But what I tell you about the music part of me, I always like to release them albums come around my birthday. So I was looking to release the book late fall, early winter. But then I realized my December 7th birthday was coming up, and anytime you go see a movie, they release a soundtrack to the movie, right? So I said, I'm a musician. Why can't I release a soundtrack to the book? So I grabbed some characters in the book, got some themes, and that's what your mans in them did. I came into the lab, you see I'm sitting in my studio, and I created 8 tracks that I felt helped tell the story of Ace and Mika. So I worked hard to put that together, and once I grinded and got that together, on my birthday, December 7th, 2024, I put out Ace and Mika, the soundtrack to the book. So if you want to really understand the book and get a little insight, grab the CD. Play that so you can hear the songs, because I speak about the 3 main characters and then weave some other stuff inside of it. And then, here it came. I said, I'm going to release this book right before Christmas. So I picked December 20th, today, and I wanted to push this book out. And when you talk about a labor of love, this is it. I cannot tell you, when I received this is the physical test proof. And when this arrived at my doorstep and I got it in my hands and I had the ability to open it up and read the words I had written and just see what I had put together, I was stunned. I like to say, well, I don't want to say it, because when you read the acknowledgement, you'll understand. It's in the book, okay? It's in the beginning of the book. And I'm doing this because I believe I am a creative type. You don't see me sitting in all this environment and not be a creative cat. I'm a very verbal, I'm a very lyrical type of person. And this book allowed me the opportunity to get all those thoughts out. So I'm encouraging you all, especially all the folks that know me. If you want to see another slice of your man, a part of me that you didn't know that was inside of me, and maybe some of you do know, you need to go cop this. I am so proud of the work I put together. I think I'm going to surprise. I think I'm going to shock a lot of you. I think you're going to enjoy the story. Okay? So that's how I got from just an idea in my mind to 2020, to the pandemic, to 2024, where I have a physical book in my hand and it's out there self-published for your perusing pleasure. So I look forward to some feedback from all you folks. Tell me what you think. And this is it. Ace and Mika. This is the book. It says Ace and Mika, a novel by A.L. Jones Sr. And it says Ace and Mika, soundtrack to the book. They would make a wonderful pair for you to check out this holiday season. All right? I hope you get a chance to enjoy it because I enjoy putting it together for you. It's your man, the brother AJ, Al Jones Sr., A.L. Jones Sr. Got a lot of names I go by, but now you can call me a self-published author. All right? Thank you. Love you. Gotta go. Bye-bye. Ace and Mika. Soundtrack to the novel. Table of contents.